Oh, now I can open it.
It's just a bunch of schmaltzy junk. The jewelry box. What is it doing here? A shrine to not. I should just destroy this useless junk. But not even the venom inside me gives me strength.
I sit here on the train, taking me to my final farewell to the ones who brought me to this world. I see the smiling couples on their way to new adventures and think, that used to be us. We had joy and laughter and friends once, but a memory is not the thing itself. You're very good at letting things you don't want to face slip off you. You continue as if nothing has changed, lost in your own lifeless world. Words and dreams may be enough for you. You know what? You'll get a chance to test that soon. I question how I once saw things. How much of what I thought we had were my own feelings, and how much of your manipulation, because you are so very good with words, aren't you? You knew how to use them when we met, and for the longest time, I went along with the romantic whirl you conjured up around our shabby, isolated existence. Oh, it took me long enough to see it for what it was. And there were these moments that you swept me off on foolish flights of fancy, when I threw myself into your fantasies. You wove your spell, plying me with your magic and with wine in equal measure, and I was taken in like the lost little girl I was. Do you realize all the pain you've caused me? They say if you have to ask whether someone loves you, you already know the answer. Protestations to the contrary can no more convince me any more than I can make my own mother or father draw breath again. Your aloofness tells a different story.
Uh-oh.
I no longer know what you're thinking. With my parents gone and with your refusal to even accompany me in my time of need, something broke. Or maybe it happened long ago, but I never saw it so clearly before, even after everything. I don't make you feel comfortable? Really? That's all you have to say? I won't waste any more life waiting for things that'll never come. Of course, that's what you expect me to do. Play the good wife so no one will laugh at you for being the failure you are, to shield you from the truth of your existence. Lost in your books and vapid verse, blithely drifting into the mists of time, as if not even a footnote when you could be raking at it if you'd only used your words for anything other than personal indulgence. You talked and talked about your path, the winter blueness of my eyes, all that nonsense. And the years rolled by, the seasons came and went, on, you pursuing your dreams that will never be, lost in your damned words, looking for clues you'll never find. I'm sure you're doing it even now with your rotting books. You took the best years of my life, and gave only empty words in return. We've gone as far as we can, and something's got to give. S.
Shit, man. You
Too
fucked
upset
up.
to even think straight. I hate her so much.
Oh, dude. Let's see how
All
pissed
of
off
this-
she is.
I couldn't care less about this damn thing.
Pretty
I
pissed.
torture myself
Yeah.
trying to remember. Guess I could have thanked that heartless slut at least once whenever she covered up her body. No, this isn't like me. I must calm down. If anyone is to be blamed, that's me. This ugly old thing makes me feel sick. How could I have been so blind? Her vanity. Always fixing her hair before bed. Doting on her hair like a child. But I'm being unfair. Would I have wanted her to be some frump? I'm too angry to even care. All she cared about was herself all along. Her needs, her feelings. That's all that ever mattered to her. What about mine? I'm too upset to even think straight. I can't even bear to look at my face. She's really done a number on me. She never descended to criticizing my looks, though. Even when we fought, even when my hairline started going. But it was a sore point for me. My thoughts are all over the place. Get it together, damn it. I hate her so much.
Shit, man. God damn it. So, the escape key is just, boom, you're out. I didn't know that. I wish I would have known that. I probably have to get back to that now. Great. I was trying to find a menu. Whoa.
Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent. The sweetness of her breath.
Okay, that I like.
Serena.
You always put too much salt in.
She always worried about my diet. I used to think she did it to annoy me, but now Yep, guilty as charged. I love salt. It emphasizes the taste a lot, and those crispy snacks. The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind. Serena? This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers. It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic circle where no sorrow or pain could touch us. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine under the table when we were eating. Curious, sensual thrill. The table is worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. We just don't know anymore. Our dining table, quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece. The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions. And there were many more to come. Our dining table, I could tell plenty of stories about this table. The dining table was well worn even when This one wobbles. I always meant to do something about that, but somehow never got around to it. This used to be her favorite spot. She used to sit here, put her legs on the table, lean back, and just give me one of her smiles. Those effervescent, incandescent smiles. Once, we dragged these chairs out to the lake and scrubbed off all the dust and grime of years. That was a long time ago. For all the charm of furniture like this, something about it reminds me of Ingmar Bergman. Sort of brooding. One of a matching pair, obviously. There was a piece of gum stuck to the underside of this chair back when we bought this place. We just left it there. For all the charm, our dining table, quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Alright.
So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without. The smell of old books is intoxicating. Well, I loved it when we took down one of my... Most of the books are mine. A lot of rarity. I didn't lend out my necro... Most of the books are mine. A lot of rarities and special editions here.
I have a feeling I just have to, like...
I could tell plenty of stories about this table. The dining table was well worn even when
and
we
eventually...
acquired the No, I don't want to leave right now. I better stay. There's always a chance she might return. There's nothing for me out there.
Okay, what's up with the two... I don't know, that still kind of creeps me out.
Come, love. It's based on an Irish folk. Niamh is of the Fey folk. Weird mix of dog. I've always been drawn to... My grandma introduced... Weird mix of dog. I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and... Something draws me to this trunk. We use this trunk to store... We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early... She made this with her own hands.
Really?
She was really good.
Yeah.
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet. See the pattern of yellow squares? It's from this rug I remembered from my nursery. I must have been like 3 or 4, but it always stuck with me.
No trapdoor. I always resisted the temptation to sweep...
The rug's all crooked again. Can you...
No trapdoor. I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up. The clock is a trophy from our flea market adventures. Chalk this particular purchase up to, every cabin needs one. The ticking begins to feel homey after a while. The first night was a nightmare, though.
Oh, I bet.
Time never mattered much to us while we were hiding from the rest of the world here. As long as we were together and happy. The clock has always been rather autonomous, no matter how many times. Pretty shambolic, isn't it? The organization of its contents isn't much better. It'd be a shame to say we're fashionistas. We were never that big on appearance. Serena has this mystical aura about her, even when she's wearing one of my mom's charming knitted sweaters. I do remember that on the night I first met her, she wore this beautiful purple dress, like she'd flown straight down from the night sky. I wonder what became of that dress. This dresser contains most of her things. There's mostly beauty products and personal items in it. Just girly stuff of no interest to me. My kind of thing is the bookcase near the table. This dresser contains most of her things. There's a strand of blonde... Yes. What's wrong with my... She also had a brush. It's just a regular comb bought from a supermarket. She also... Hers. I used it. There's only an outhouse. After all these years, the last thing I need now is to see myself in the mirror. I must look awful. These keys are... If the key... I should probably... We did have a knife. I never noticed. We also have a key for the outhouse. We did have a knife. I never noticed. We also have a key for the outhouse. But can't be bothered. Comme une évidence. Serena's favorite perfume. I've always told Serena that she doesn't need to wear perfume. Her presence is magical enough already. It smells so elegant. There's violet leaf and silk tree blossom, I think. This perfume is perfect for Serena. Why didn't I ever notice? We were happy for a long time. At least, I think we were. But as time passed, we fought about every little thing, even this. I keep looking at her things, remembering all the good. And bad. Depends on how you look at it. Either a wonderful sensory stimulant and aphrodisiac, or a subtle weapon in the mating rituals of Homo sapiens. We were happy for a long time. At least, I think we were. But as time passed, they prevent my blood pressure from skyrocketing. I'm generally not fond.
Don't forget your pill.
Beta blockers. I'm only not a big fan of beta blockers. I have high blood pressure.
Dearest, how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what... And then you toppled us on the snow, you devil. We laughed and rolled around, my head already spinning from the wine and crisp pure...
Alright, so there's that one read. Nothing in there. Nothing in there.
Our refuge from the world. Sometimes we joke the furniture came with the cabin, but there are no monsters under... I feel too restless to sleep right now. I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. She was
That looks...
I read it. I needed something. She's beautiful. I needed some incentive to go check the mailbox from time to time. It's some way through the woods. Quite a large armoire for... We all have our... I'm not sure. Maybe later. There's nothing of interest inside the closet anyway. She always... Her faith? No. I have no need. I don't feel like being admonished by a deity right now. No. I don't want to read right. I have no need. I don't feel like being... No.
Yeah, I don't blame
She
her.
adored
I
all
might have
things
skipped
of
something.
nature.
If I did, oops.
I remember her long walks out in the woods. Curiously, we never brought many plants. Maybe I should have let it. A plant is a... They say these... We have much more... A plant is a... They say these things are alive. If they are, it must be a... She used to keep magazines, paperback novels, usual stuff on these nightstands when we were staying here. For some reason, light bulbs wouldn't last long in this lamp. I never looked into it.
Good night, love.
She would always bring her reading material like I did. Why are these nightstands so empty? Dust everywhere. The amount of dust on it might make me hack up a lung. It's full of little scratches and gouges. Dust everywhere. There are no monsters under the bed. I feel too restless to sleep right now. I don't sleep well with... There are no monsters under the... I feel too restless to sleep right now.
Okay. I'm gonna go click on this
So
bunch.
many afternoons.
Come sit with me.
What did we talk about? Damn, the most comfortable spot I can imagine. Of course, we made the most comfortable. I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now. Putting her hand under... Sharing meals with... I should probably eat. I have more pressing... The stove looks like something from World War I. Considering how basic and ancient the kitchen is, it's a wonder what we manage to do with it from time to time. Well, she mostly. We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking. Truth be told, not all the cooking she did was a resounding success. We agreed to never attempt doing ravioli again.
You silly dolt. Here, give me that. Don't be such a child.
I think it dates from the colonial era, probably brought over by the Pilgrims.
Feeling peckish, dear?
The stove looks like something from considering how basic...
Feeling peckish, dear?
Let's see. Chateau Serena. Alright, interesting.
Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't... The guy who snapped this? My love. We don't have a lot. The guy who snapped this? Our host that night? Used an actual film camera. How long has it been? That ticking. I've wasted so much time in my life. Actually, no trusting this clock. The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync. I know it's my general state of mind, but I feel even more depressed near this armoire. Guess I can't shake off the memory of my sweet Serena trying on her various garments.
Be honest. Does this dress show too much cleavage? I want only one pair of eyes on me.
How I miss her naked back. Don't think Serena would approve of me Is it possible there were times I was dismayed? Could it hurt me to be a bit more open towards religion? Serena's faith was always a rock for her to lean on. And I certainly could use one right now.
Why can't you just accept that I want God in my life? Have you any idea how many times he has helped me get through? Of course you wouldn't know. He was there for me all the times you weren't.
Ow!